Hi, Rod Fleming in the Philippines here. We're going to talk about Jacinda Ardern, who's an idiot, the Prime Minister, or whatever she is, of New Zealand, in a minute. But first, please remember to contribute something. Just a few bucks. I'll give you the addresses. Here they come. Right. Today, a tragedy happened. Just seen it coming up on the wires. 6 people were injured by a knife-wielding attacker in New Zealand. This is a person who had been identified as a terror threat and was under, apparently, constant surveillance. And by the way, it's not surveillance, it's surveillance. Constant surveillance, and yet he was able to go into a crowded area and seriously injure 6 people, 3 of whom are now critically ill, may not survive, before being shot. Yet here's the interesting thing. Ardern lost no time whatsoever in trying to avoid the real truth here. She said this was due to ISIS and to radical politicization of this young man. Nonsense. This happened because this man is a Muslim. This happened because of Islam. If there were no Islam, there would be no ISIS. There would be no Taliban. Do you get it? There would be no Al-Qaeda. These things all are a function of Islam. And before you start, I am familiar with the Quran, and I've made, for many years, I've made it available on my site. You can go on my site, go to the download section, you can download the Quran from there, and you can read it yourself. You can read the hadith, you can read everything. It's all there. And I can assure you, we don't have to say anything to condemn this cult. It condemns itself in its own words. This is a cult that is determined to dominate the planet, which thinks that Muslims are superior to everyone else, and that other people's lives do not matter. Simple as that. The only people whose lives matter are other Muslims. You kafirs out there like me, no, you don't count. Your lives don't matter. And that's what we've just seen in New Zealand. Yet, instead of just standing up and saying, look, there is a serious problem with Islam. And the problem is that it continually produces terrorist attackers like this. Instead of saying that, Jacinda Ardern said, oh, no, it's that. She did anything but mention the word Islam. Oh, Al-Qaeda. Oh, ISIS. These wouldn't exist if there was no Islam. Get real. Of course they wouldn't exist. Look at the terror attacks that exist, that occur in the world today. Look at them. Who's committing the terror attacks? And are they Christian revolutionaries? Are they Buddhist revolutionaries? Are they? Are they Confucians? Are they? They're all Muslims. The overwhelming majority of terror attacks, including this one, were carried out by Muslims in the name of Islam. In the name of Islam. So don't be standing there, Jacinda, and trying to pull the wool over our eyes yet again. And all of your nonsense, inclusive, leftist, touchy-feely BS. We know what the problem is. And it's going to get 100 times worse. Why is it going to get 100 times worse? Because America just let the Taliban win. Bad idea. Very bad idea. Why is it a bad idea? Because Islam understands only one thing, and that is force. If it thinks that it can win, it will keep fighting. It will keep killing. More people will die. And just tell me, Tell me that the Taliban are not Islamic. Tell me where exactly their words, their philosophy is contradicted in the Quran. It's not. The Taliban appeared first as a group of students, that is, students of Islam, who wanted to change the secular society that they saw around them because they believed that it wasn't Islamic enough. Everything the Taliban does, everything that it inspires others to do, is all straight from the Quran. All of it. Straight from the Quran. It's, you know, it's a repository of complete evil. That's what it is. Like I say, go and download it from my site. Download it. Don't believe me. Read it. It's a real hard read, by the way. It's really, really hard. There are a couple of sort of narratives. There's like, you know, this is the Quran explained, which are very, very good. But if I tell you who did them, then YouTube will ban this video, you know, because the last thing they let you do is to actually tell the truth about Islam. Don't like that. Look at what happened to poor old Pat Condell. So I'm not going down that path, not here on this channel. I will use other ones to make the point about Islam. But I just wanted to make this one clear, that people like Jacinda Ardern, you know, you think that because you're touchy-feely SJW wokists, that this makes you decent. It doesn't. Your behaviour makes you completely without honour. What about all the women? You know, Jacinda, you're a woman. What about all the women left in Afghanistan? What about their lives? It's just, and you're going to tell me, oh, I know what you're going to tell me. You're going to say, oh, but, you know, it's not Islam, it's the Taliban. That is a distinction that does not exist. The Taliban are Islamic. What do you expect them to do? It tells you literally, in the words of the Quran, a woman's value is half that of a man's. If it comes to a court case and someone's accused of something and it's relying on witnesses, then you need 4 male witnesses, 4 men witnesses, and you need 8 women. It's in the book. Just read it. It's in the book. Don't tell me that women are valued equally in Islam. They're not. It's just the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Now, to just finalise this little bit, which is kind of rambly, but you know, I've been offline for a while, so you know, things bottle up. Another story that came out yesterday from Afghanistan was of a young man whose name at that time was not being revealed, who is homosexual, right? So he was lured out of hiding by the Taliban, who were using a dating site. Used a gay dating site to attract this person. And of course, when he showed up to the date, they attacked him, they beat him, and they raped him. At least twice. They raped him. Okay? Think about that a minute. What do you have to do in order to rape a man? What is the requirement here? You know, it's not like blowing air kisses. You actually have to penetrate them. So the Taliban have no issues with sticking it up other men. For them, that's okay, that's fine. That's what guys do. What they don't like is this guy being submissive and wanting to be, well, pleasured that way, which is fine, you know, that's his right. I'm not arguing with it. People who want to take pleasure, as long as you're not hurting anyone else. Me, I'm on your side, pal. Not a problem. I will never criticize you for that. But I want to hear from all of these people who either will not condemn, all these gays who won't condemn Taliban, who won't condemn Islam. Oh, can't say anything. Oh, better not say anything. Oh, you know, whitey, patriarchy, that's much worse. No, it's not. No, it isn't. And you're liars, every single one of you. Here you have prima facie evidence, you have proof of what's going on here. Now, the fact is, I've always told you, men penetrate, women get penetrated. And what these Taliban guys didn't like was the fact that this was a male who had actually turned into a woman. And so they, did what they would do with a woman, which is rape him. Because he has no protection. Women are protected in Islam, right? You can't just rape them. You've got to marry them first, right? As long as they're Islamic. I mean, if they're not Islamic, you can do anything you like with them. They don't count. Remember, kuffars don't have any rights. Kuffar lives don't matter. Anyway, enough of that one for just now. I think we'll come back to this though. Bye-bye.